Good evening. Tonight is Thursday, July 11th, 2024, and this is the reorganizational meeting of the Board of Education. May I have a motion to convene the meeting? Peter, Laura, all in favor? Okay, thank you. We are going to now convene the board is now going to convene to executive session. May I have a motion to convene executive session? Scott? Peter? All in favor? Thank you. We will be back at around 7:30. Good evening. The board has returned from executive session. The meeting has already been opened, so we are now going to move on to our agenda. We stand for the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Okay, so the first order of business is to address the leadership within the board. I ask first for a board nominee for the position of president.
I nominate P. Casson.
Okay.
Do we have, a motion for that?
That's one,
Yeah.
okay.
P. Casson.
Okay, so is there any other nominees being proposed other than Mr. Casson?
No.
Okay, any discussion? Okay, I will now call the motion to nominate Peter Casson as board president. Laura, Scott, all in favor? Yeah, of course. Okay, the motion carries. Congratulations, Mr. Casson. At this point, based on your election, I will now swear you in order for you to lead the meeting. I, Peter Casson,
I, Peter Casson,
do solemnly swear
do solemnly swear
to support the Constitution of the State of New York,
to support the Constitution of the State of New York,
and that I will faithfully discharge
I will faithfully discharge
the duties of President for the Board of Education
the duties of President for the Board of Education
of the Tuckahoe Union Free School District,
the Tuckahoe Union Free School District,
Town of Eastchester,
Town of Eastchester,
County of Westchester,
County of Westchester,
State of New York,
State of New York,
according to the best of my ability.
according to the best of my ability.
Thank you.
Thank you. And thank you to my fellow board members for nominating me. It's a privilege and an honor, and I appreciate it. Thank you very much, and your trust and confidence in me. I do appreciate it. Thank you. So I take over the meeting now, basically. So next up, we have to nominate a vice president. So does anyone have a nomination for vice president? Scott?
Laura Banky.
Laura Banky? Anyone else?
Laura Benke?
Okay. So Laura Banky is the nominee. All in favor?
Oh, I don't.
Okay. Very good. All right, Laura, I'm gonna swear you in.
First and second?
First was Scott, second was Allison,
Okay, thank you.
and all in favor. Okay. All right, Laura, you ready?
Yep, all ready.
I, Laura Banky,
I, Laura Banky,
do solemnly swear
do solemnly swear
to support the Constitution of the State of New York.
to support the Constitution
Of
the
this,
United States.
it says State of New York here.
Okay.
State of New York.
Sorry.
Yep.
State of New York.
And that I will faithfully discharge
And that I will faithfully discharge
the duties of Vice President for the Board of Education
the duties of Vice President for the Board of Education
of the Tuckahoe Union Free School District,
Tuckahoe Union Free School District,
Town of Eastchester,
Town of Eastchester,
County of Westchester,
County of Westchester,
State of New York,
State of New York,
according to the best of my ability.
according to the best of my ability.
All right, congratulations.
Thank you. My pleasure to be Vice President again. Look forward to it.
Very good. Keep working together. I like it. All right. Next up is to appoint a district clerk. Resolved that upon recommendation of the superintendent of schools, the Board of Education, the Tuckahoe Union Free School District hereby appoints Robin Dunn to the position of district clerk for the 2024-2025 school year at an annual rate of pay of $13,745. Do I have a motion? Laura, second. Allison, all in favor? All right. Congratulations, Robin.
Thank you.
Happy to have you back. You're an asset to this board. Always have been. So we have to swear you in now, right?
Yes.
Where's that one? Is it in here? Here it is. Sorry. Okay, I, Robin Dunn,
I, Robin Dunn,
do solemnly swear
do solemnly swear
to support the Constitution of the State of New York,
to support the Constitution of the State of New York,
and that I will faithfully discharge
and that I will faithfully discharge
the duties of District Clerk
the duties of District Clerk
for the Board of Education
for the Board of Education
of the Tuckahoe Union Free School District,
of the Tuckahoe Union Free School District,
Town of Eastchester,
Town of Eastchester,
County of Westchester,
County of Westchester,
State of New York,
State of New York,
according to the best of my ability.
according to the best of my ability.
Congratulations.
Thank you very much.
Okay, so that is all the nominations we need to do. We're going to jump into our comments. So first up is comments by the board. So I'll start down at the end. Scott, you have any comments?
I just want to congratulate Allison. Welcome her to the school board. Excited to have you on and look forward to working with you. Also, congrats to all the 2024 graduates for a successful college and who's coming to high school, middle school, and first grade. And I hope everyone's enjoying their summer.
Great, thank you. Allison, go ahead.
I just want to say thank you to everyone who voted for me, for allowing me to serve the district. I'm really excited and looking forward to this opportunity. Can't wait to start working together, and it's going to be really exciting. Thank you.
Great. Laura?
Ditto with Scott. Welcome, Allison. We are excited to have you on board and look forward to a very productive school year. So thank you.
Great. Yeah, so first up for me is welcoming Allison to the board. We're very excited to have you. I know she's going to be an asset. She's already yielded some dividends for us in the short time she's been on the board. I think she brings, her full-time position working at a school in the finance office I think is going to be really, really helpful to this board. It's going to bring a perspective that's very useful to what we do day to day. So, and I also, know you personally and have a lot of respect for you, so I'm very happy that you're here. Great. And I can't believe it's another school year. It's starting again. It's amazing how fast that goes. The only thing I wanted to just tell the community, just a little bit of an update from my perspective, is that we will be having our summer retreat coming up pretty soon. So we're actually breaking it up into 2 evenings, July 22nd and then July 30th. We're going to be doing some of the routine stuff we do at a retreat, which is kind of go get some refreshers from our attorneys on do's and don'ts and protocols and things of that nature. We'll talk about setting goals for ourselves as a board for this upcoming year. We're going to talk about an approach to creating a new strategic plan for the next year. So we're going to talk about that, and we're going to talk about HR procedures too. It's going to be a big topic. I know the superintendent has some work she's been doing on that she's going to present to the board, and then policy initiatives. So it should be productive. We're looking forward to it. It's always good to do that and get a good start to the school year. So that's it for me. Next up is comments by the superintendent.
Yes, thank you, Pete, and good evening to everyone. Welcome to the summer of 2024. As we embark on our reorganization meeting, I would like to take a moment to welcome Allison Halloran to the board. We are so happy to have you here with us, and I want to thank you for your service and to your dedication to our students and our community and our staff. Thank you. I am thrilled to share all the wonderful activities buzzing in our buildings. We have a host of programs that are alive with energy of our students, outside campers, and their staff and our staff. And it is all part of us partnering with our community and our commitment to excellence and growth of all our students. At WEC, we proudly host our community partner task and our own ENL camp alongside our Tuckahoe Schools Extended School Year program for special education students. The Extended School Year program spans both our elementary and secondary schools, ensuring that every student receives the support they need. Additionally, the town of Eastchester has in the Tuckahoe High School is the home of their Rainbow Camp for their littlest campers. I am happy to share the Tuckahoe Middle School is bustling with our Summer Scholars program designed to prepare middle school students for the exciting challenges of middle school. This program is brilliantly led by the dynamic duo of Mr. James Moore and Ms. Danielle Dwyer. This program builds on the students' year-long activities and sets them up for a successful start in the new academic school year. It's about pushing boundaries, having fun, and enhancing skills in a supportive environment alongside friends. In math and in ELA, they are reviewing skills and also doing very collaborative activities. Students dive into all of this with a lot of enthusiasm, and on top of that, they are also working with technology and utilizing their Chromebooks, learning green screen technologies, and they are also dabbling in podcasting to create their own shows. We are also immensely proud of our students, not only in this program, but also our athletes. So to give you a sports update, our buildings are also buzzed with students doing voluntary off-season sports workouts, both on the field, you'll see them, in the gym and weight room to prepare for fall sports season, showcasing their dedication and school spirit. And again, this is voluntary workouts that they are doing on Tuesdays and Thursdays, afternoons and evenings. Just to let you know a date that you should put down on your calendar, homecoming is scheduled for the weekend of September 26th through September 28th. This is a little earlier this year due to numerous factors. And the full schedule of events is ready to release very soon. And our homecoming, as you know, includes our parade, pep rally, bonfire, media day, and various athletic contests. Facilities upgrades are in the works, including increased storage spaces, allowing for the creation of an outdoor athletic training station for our student athletes. All full schedules will be posted to the tuckahoeathletics.org early next week. We also give our heartfelt gratitude to our custodians who are already hard at work preparing our buildings for the upcoming school year, and to our school secretaries and administrative assistants for their ongoing efforts throughout the summer. I would also like to thank all the dedicated administrators who are also working on all the programs for next year. The dedication of our staff is essential to our success. And thank you all, our community out there, our teachers, our faculty, this wonderful board, and all our staff for your dedication. You know, your continued support and enthusiasm really helps make our district so special. Together, making this summer a time for growth, preparation, and excitement for the year ahead, and all that we're doing for that. Let's continue to strive for excellence, and let's make this upcoming year the best yet. Thank you.
Thank you, Dr. Goodman. Next up is comments by our business manager, Faye Sparks.
Good evening. Welcome, Allison. Welcome, board. I would like to start off by saying that while school is over, the summer is a very, very busy time for the business office and for facilities. I'd like to recognize the hard work and dedication of our business office staff, closing out one year, starting a new one, getting ready for an audit. There is much going on, lots of purchasing happening. Our facilities crew is working hard getting this building ready for the new school year. And while we don't have any major capital construction going on, there is some smaller projects that we are working on that they are working with as well. We started the floor replacement in a number of classrooms and the main office of the middle high school. This was much needed and will be going on this summer. It will involve an asbestos abatement, and there will be notice given about that, and that will be after the kids are out in August. We are just excited seeing the kids here for camp. It's a lot of fun, and that's it right now.
And the flagpole.
Oh, the flagpole, yes, the flagpole in front of the middle high school will be painted. The lift was delivered today, and there is rain scheduled for tomorrow, not scheduled for tomorrow. It will be raining tomorrow probably, so it will not be painted tomorrow. I think they're gonna look to paint it on Monday. So that is very exciting. The middle school plaza where the entrance is by Dr. Goodman's office will be closed off during that time because the lift will be there painting the pole. It will probably be a number of days, but that is very exciting. Yes, thank you. Yeah.
Very cool, very cool. All right, thank you. Next is our first recognition of the audience, but there's nobody here, so that's quick. So then we can move on to our consent agenda, which is our reorganizational agenda. This is quite a long consent agenda list. We've all got it ahead of time. We've all looked through it. So we are going to just vote on the entire consent agenda. But I just wanted to make sure, because I haven't seen the printout, the one item that about the budget line transfer has been pulled out of you, right?
Correct.
Yeah,
Yes.
yeah. So just for those who look at our agendas ahead of time, if you saw, originally we had an item on there about, which we do every year, it's a standard item that's always been on our consent agenda predates me as a board member, where we essentially grant the superintendent and the business manager the authority to move budget amounts, so budget items around the budget without board approval. We have a policy in place that says the board has to be told about it afterwards, but there's no approval necessary for the superintendent to move a budget from one line item to another, from one budget category to another. That's kind of atypical, we've come to learn. Our newest board member has made us aware of that. This is where she's already paying dividends from what she does. And this is not, we're not doing this because we have any issues with our current superintendent. We have complete trust and faith in her. There's been no issues at all. But in terms of our rules, in terms of our duties and our responsibilities as board members, we really should have some level of oversight over budgetary movements throughout the year if they're large enough. And different schools have different ways that they set those thresholds. So what we decided to do is not grant that authority out of the gate. So we pulled it off of the agenda, and we're going to make it a board policy review and policy change. So we're going to, talk about it, get stakeholders involved, probably get the financial committee involved, and come up with what we think is a better sort of strike the right balance between obviously giving our administration the latitude they need day to day to function and to move things around, but have a threshold where the board needs to be approve budgetary transfer. So again, it's what most districts do. I'm not sure when it changed here in Tuckahoe, so we're gonna change that through policy. So just wanted to give an explanation on that. All right, so with that, we're going to go ahead and do the consent agenda items. So motion to approve consent agenda items 2 through 50. Do I have a motion? Laura, second. Scott, any discussion?
Yeah.
Go ahead.
Agenda item number 34, approve a tuition rate. I will approve it this year. However, I do feel that it's asking for $16,000 to be the general education tuition rate for the school year for out-of-district students. So students that do not live in the Tuckahoe School District who can come here, get to come here and pay $16,000. I do feel that that is very low and that we should really consider next year and years going forward increasing that amount.
Okay. Did you guys want to make a comment about that? Do you have any explanation as to why? So, and you're basing that, Allison, off of what there's a state standard, right? Is that how? Oh,
So, do you want to talk about
good.
Sure. So the state education department sets a maximum non-resident tuition rate, and we can't charge above this maximum. And our rate is below the maximum. It varies annually, and historically it was low, and we've been incrementing it slowly so as to maintain our current enrollment and to still be able to bring in future enrollments. So it's been incrementally increasing, but not to the point where we would lose potential people.
So
from-
you
So
do,
to clarif-
okay,
I'm sorry, to clarify, this is the general education rate
Yes.
for students that are not in special education. There's a different rate where students in special education are sent by their school district, to clarify this. And there is a criteria that students need to come to our school also. They need to meet a certain academic and behavior social criteria. The rate was very low initially, so we have been bringing it up. Tuckahoe always had a low rate. And one of the things we did want to make it more, but we didn't want to surprise our parents that are sending their kids here. Now, to understand that, we don't open a new section for these kids. There's already a section opened up. So it's just, even though there's a rate per pupil that we spend, the student, when we have a student come in, we make sure that there's room in that class. And it's not making the class too large, and it's also not causing us to open a section. So it's actually extra money for the district when we do that. And we didn't want to we wanted to be competitive against, parochial schools and also, of course, private schools. So that's what we were trying to do. But of course, if the board wants to look at different rates in different districts, that we can get that to you to see how much our
Well, it sounds like you
districts-
already acknowledge it's lower than it should be,
Yes.
but you guys inherited it
We
where it was.
inherited it, and we had to
And you're
revamp
you're
it.
not trying to sticker shock those kids that are already in our district who are going.
And we want
But
to also make sure that other kids that people will want to send their kids here because they might compare it to a private school and go, well, and they might see, and I think that we are we are great, and it's almost like a private school. Classes are small here, we have a lot of support, but we also wanted to be competitive.
So I think it's,
But I'm sure open to.
well, I think it's a combination, so I see the point about making it competitive, but I think the contrary to that argument, maybe this is your point, Allison, is that it could be deemed as maybe not equitable to the taxpayer. If the taxpayer is paying X amount of taxes based on the value of the education and someone's paying less for that, then that's not really fair to the taxpayers. That's the other side of the
I
argument.
think that
right?
is the flip side.
Are these for students too that need services too, like 504s?
No,
or
these are just straight gen ed.
This is
Gen ed
strictly
students.
general
Gen ed,
ed.
yeah.
And again, even though they're paying less than, I would say, your taxes, but they are also not counting in some ways as a student because they're being added to a class that already exists. So
Now,
they're
this
just,
is maybe a silly question, but this is high school are there different rates for if somebody comes in?
I think it's the same.
In middle
There-
school,
If
elementary?
they're- So right now, right now, the way the state rates are, they're not too far apart. It's K-6 and then 7-12. There are years where, one is more, one is less, because the state will use your prior year actual spending to determine these rates. There's all these formulas that go into it. So it does fluctuate and go up and
So could you
down.
grandfather current?
That's
and-
what I was thinking
and
too.
new-
Can you grandfather-
new
yeah.
Students coming into the high school have a higher rate? Yeah.
I had the same thought. I had the
Yeah.
same thought. Why can't you can do that?
I
These are things
think
to discuss.
one of the things that we can get to the board is what neighboring districts are charging for their
Yeah.
schools also, so that we have an idea.
So I'm going to make a note of this. I think it's a good discussion for budget season because it's something that we
Yeah,
can.
work session, too.
Yeah, so it's something we could discuss about maybe doing something for the next budget, as part of the next budget season, if we wanted to do some sort of grandfathering. Okay, all right.
So I just have one other thing.
You could.
Scott had asked about if a student needs a 504. So if the child comes to us and they don't need anything, but through the course of their time here, it's discovered that they do. So for example, they discover during high school, which happens often, that they have ADHD, which then would allow them to have a 504. That would not necessarily switch them over to special ed, correct? Right, so then the general ed piece of it would have to cover the accommodations for the 504 and could actually drive cost.
So sometimes the
504s
cost, sometimes the
are
cost
rare.
outweighs the tuition,
Well,
basically. It could happen.
The 504 does not include services. 99.9% of the
No, but
time.
could it
It's accommodations.
Yeah, it's accommodations.
And that wouldn't be an extra staff or anything like that, so.
Oh, so let's
And
use your
also,
scenario for an
we're
IEP
always-
then,
For
is-
an IEP,
Well, an
no.
IEP, then
Yeah.
it would change to special ed.
Right,
Special
and then
ed
the rate,
Right.
the rate would change.
Well, they
And
would,
Faith does an excellent job.
they'd go back to their district.
Oh, I
and
see.
they'd
But
have
if it's
to
for a
come-
Okay.
504, that could still outweigh the cost, is what I was saying before.
Well, they usually 99% of the time do not get a service with it, so it'd still be the cost. It's accommodation.
It doesn't cost us anything, really, right? Okay, okay, all right. Good point, and something that we can discuss during the budget season, so. Okay, any other comments on the consent agenda? We already have motions. Any other comments? Okay, all in favor? All right, great. Let me flip ahead. Okay, business of the board. First up, authorize an alternative veterans exemption. Whereas pursuant to real property tax law, section 458-A, the Board of Education of the Tuckahoe Union Free School District desires to offer a school tax exemption on the primary residence of eligible veterans residing within the school district. And whereas a public hearing was held on the matter on June 17, 2024, and therefore be it resolved that pursuant to the real property tax law, section 458-A, the Board of Education hereby adopts the alternative veterans exemption, permitting exemptions of 15% and an additional 10% and 50% of the veterans' disability rating as determined by the Veterans Administration or Department of Defense for wartime veterans, combat veterans, and veterans who sustained a service-related disability, respectively, pursuant to the following maximum exemption amounts: wartime $12,000, combat $8,000, disability $40,000. Be it further resolved that Gold Star parents, defined as those parents whose child died in the line of duty while serving the United States Armed Forces during a period of war, shall be considered a qualified owner for purposes of eligibility for the alternative veterans exemption. And be it further resolved that this local law shall be effective immediately, available to eligible veterans for the upcoming school tax year, and shall continue until rescinded or amended by resolution of the Board of Education. Do I have a motion? Scott, second Allison. Any discussion? So as mentioned in here, we did have a hearing on this on June 17th. If you'd like to see that presentation, you can go back on YouTube and watch it. I think we even have it up on our it's up on our website. So, and in that presentation, Faith did a good job of showing the tax impact on this, which I think is very minimal. So, so again, if you want more information on it, you can go back to that hearing. We've all seen it, and we all know about it. I know you weren't on the board yet, Allison, but you did get to watch it though, right? So, all right, all in favor? Right, okay. Adopt an updated policy manual. Resolve that the Board of Education readopts policy 5300 Code of Conduct for the 2024 to 2025 school year. Do I have a motion? Laura, second. Allison, any discussion on this? All in favor? Okay. Next up, adopt a policy 0101 gender neutral single occupancy bathrooms. Resolved that the Board of Education, well, actually, let me do the final reading of it because I'm not actually going to read it, but I'm just going to give a little summary. So for the third time, this is a policy that we need to do as per New York State law. This is not really a choice for us. And this policy basically designation of single stall restrooms as all gender, which is New York State law. Education law section 509M requires that single-use bathroom facilities be designated as gender neutral for use by one occupant at a time or for family or assisted use. New York State education guidance regarding law states single-user toilet rooms which do not have signs which indicate gender neutral must be provided with new signs with the words all gender or gender neutral. If you want to read the entire policy, you can go to board docs, but that's our third reading. But again, this is something that's dictated to us by New York State law. Do I have a motion? Oh, let me do the resolution. Resolve that the Board of Education adopt policy 0101 gender neutral single occupancy bathrooms. Do I have a motion? Scott, second Laura. Any discussion on this? All in favor? Great. Okay. Approve a capital project accounting agreement. Resolve to approve an agreement with fiscal advisors and marketing incorporated for capital project accounting and state aid services for the period of July 1, 2024 through June 30, 2025 at a rate of $242 per hour. Do I have a motion? Allison, second. Laura. Any discussion on this? All in favor? Okay.
Allison, did you?
Yes. You should, yes. Approve a professional services agreement. Resolve to approve professional services for the 2023-2024 school year provided by Bonadillo Incorporated LLP for GASP 87 leasing and GASP 96 subscription-based IT standard reporting on behalf of the district in an amount not to exceed $5,000. Do I have a motion? Laura, second. Allison, any discussion on this? All in favor? Approve a contract extension. Resolve to extend the contracts from the following lowest responsible bidders for the 2024-2025 school year at the same rates as 2023-2024. Maintenance and repair of boilers, burners, and related equipment. Oilco, which was $24,326.10 spent through June 30, 2024. Electric services, Scotty Electrical, $77,552 spent to date through 6/14/24. Facilities management services, A&A maintenance, $119,247 spent to date through 6/14/24. Do I have a motion? Scott, second. Laura, any discussion on this?
Just have a question on that.
Go ahead.
So does that, just, Faith, I'm just curious, that for maintenance, is that our, what does that come out of? Is that a separate account? Does that come out of our capital?
Which one?
So when we're paying for different,
Oh, these come out of the general fund.
They come out of
This
the
is
general
just
fund.
general operating,
Okay.
the maintenance and upkeep of our boilers, any electrical services that are needed throughout the building.
Comes out of the general.
This is our general operating, repairs, maintenance budget.
okay, thank you.
All in favor? Okay. Approve a contract extension. Resolve to approve an extension of the food services contract with HMB Consultants LLC for the period of September 1, 2024 through June 30th, 2025 at a cost of $4,895.71. Do I have a motion? Scott, second. Laura, any discussion on this? All in favor? Okay. Approve a retainer agreement. Resolve to appoint Gervin and Filazzo, PC as the district's attorneys for the 2024-2025 school year for an annual retainer fee of $82,875 for up to 425 hours of work to include all legal services which may be required by the district, excluding legal services related to litigation and/or hearing matters. Any hours of legal service in excess of 425 per year would be billed at an hourly rate of $195 per hour and a paraprofessional hourly rate of $100. Legal services related to the construction, litigation, and/or hearing matters would not be included in the retainer hours and would be billed at an attorney hourly rate of $215 and a paraprofessional hourly rate of $100. Do I have a motion? Allison, second. Laura. Any discussion on this? All in favor? Approve an auditor. Resolved that the Board of Education of Tuckahoe Union Free School District hereby appoints Benedio and Company LLP as external auditors for the school year commencing July 1, 2024, ending June 30, 2025. Do I have a motion? Laura, second. Allison, all in favor? All right. Appoint a fiscal advisor. Resolved that the Board of Education hereby approves an agreement with Capital Markets Advisors, LLC, for fiscal advisement for the 2024-2025 school year at the following rates. For bond issues, a $7,000 base fee plus 50 cents per 1,000 par amount of bonds issued over $3 million. For note issues, a $4,950. For continuing disclosure, $2,400, including all required material event notices. For additional services rendered by CMA personnel at the request of the district, such as state aid assistance, will be billed at an hourly rate of $175. Do I have a motion? Laura, second. Allison, any discussion on this? All in favor? Okay. Next, appoint a school physician. Resolved to appoint Dr. Rosemary Calgaris as school physician for the 2024-2025 school year. Do I have a motion? Scott, second. Laura, any discussion on that? All in favor? Approve a purchasing services agreement. Resolved that the Board of Education approves a purchasing services agreement with Educational Data Services Incorporated in the amount of $3,190 for the supply procurement systems license and maintenance for the period of July 1, 2024 through June 30th, 2025 at $2,100 for the time and material services for the period of April 1, 2024 through March 31st, 2025. Do I have a motion? Laura, second. Allison, any discussion on this? All in favor? Okay. Approve a cooperative purchasing contract, whereas Ed Data is a shared services organization located in the state of New Jersey, and whereas Ed Data offers cooperative procurement solutions to public sector organizations throughout New York State, and whereas the Tuckahoe Union Free School District desires to use Ed Data time and materials cooperative purchasing agreement to contract with Joe Lombardo Plumbing and Heating of Rockland Incorporated for plumbing services, and be it resolved that the Board of Education of the Tuckahoe Union Free School District hereby approves the use of Joe Lombardo Plumbing and Heating of Rockland Incorporated through Ed Data for plumbing services for a term of July 1, 2024 through April 1, 2025. Do I have a motion? Scott, second. Laura, any discussion on this? All in favor? Approve a cooperative purchasing agreement. Whereas Ed Data is a shared services organization located in the state of New Jersey, whereas Ed Data offers cooperative procurement solutions to public sector organizations throughout New York State, and whereas the Tuckahoe Union Free School District desires to use Ed Data time and materials cooperative purchasing contracts to contract with Joe Lombardo Plumbing and Heating of Rockland Incorporated for air conditioning units, service and repair, and be it resolved that the Board of Education of Tuckahoe Union Free School District hereby approves the use of Joe Lombardo Plumbing and Heating of Rockland Incorporated through Ed Data for air conditioning units, services, and repair for the term of July 1, 2024 through April 1, 2025. Do I have a motion? Allison, second. Laura, any discussion? All in favor? Okay, approve a cooperative purchase agreement. Whereas Omnia Partners is a shared services organization located in the state of Tennessee, and whereas Omnia Partners offers cooperative procurement solutions to private and public sector organizations through the United States, and whereas Tuckahoe Union Free School District desires to use Omnia Partners cooperative purchasing contracts to contract with Weatherproofing Technologies Incorporated for the use of equipment, products, and/or services, and be it resolved that the Board of Education of Tuckahoe Union Free School District hereby approves the use of contract number R230404 with Weatherproofing Technologies Incorporated through Omni Partners for roofing products, services, and job order contracting services for the term of July 1, 2024 through June 30, 2025. Do I have a motion? Laura, second. Allison, any discussion on this? All in favor? Approve a cooperative purchasing contract. Whereas Sourcewell is a service cooperative government organization located in the state of Minnesota, and whereas Sourcewell offers cooperative procurement solutions to government entities located in the United States and Canada, whereas Tuckahoe Union Free School District desires to use Sourcewell's cooperative purchasing contract to contract with Staples Contract and Commercial LLC for the use of equipment, products, and/or services, and be it resolved that the Board of Education of the Tuckahoe Union Free School District hereby approves the use of contract RFP number 121919 between Staples Contract and Commercial LLC and Sourcewell for the use of furniture products with related accessories and services for the term of July 1, 2024 through June 30, 2025. Do I have a motion? Allison, second. Laura, any discussion? All in favor? Okay. A cooperative purchasing agreement, another one. Whereas Sourcewell is service, just trying to mix it up a little bit. Whereas Sourcewell is a service cooperative government organization located in the state of Minnesota, and whereas Sourcewell offers cooperative procurement solutions to government entities located in the United States and Canada, and whereas the Tuckahoe Union Free School District desires to use Sourcewell's cooperative purchasing contracts to contract with Staples Contract and Commercial LLC for the use of equipment, products, and services, and be it resolved that the Board of Education of the Tuckahoe Union Free School District hereby approves the use of contract RFP number 012320 between Staples Contract and Commercial LLC and Sourcewell for the use of office supplies for a term of July 1, 2024 and April 6, 2025. Do I have a motion? Allison, second. Laura, any discussion? All in favor? All right, we can move on to something else. Calgy amended contract. Be it resolved that the Board of Education of the Tuckahoe Union Free School District approves the amended dated as June 12, 2024 to the agreement between the school district and Calgy Construction Incorporated for the performance of construction management services by Calgy with respect to the school district's capital project, and authorizes the President of the Board of Education and the Superintendent of Schools to execute the amendment on behalf of the school district. Do I have a motion? Scott, second. Allison, any discussion on this?
Yeah,
You want
I
to?
just wanna
Yeah,
say
I was
that-
just going to ask
yeah,
Faith
this
to give
was
an
the-
explanation.
I'm on the facilities committee.
Go ahead.
And Faith's involved, and this was a very big win for the district, I think. Retaining Calgy for, another year at no increased rate when our job got, or I guess our work was postponed now, to retain them and them not leaving us and keeping the contract another year at the same rate is a very big win for the district. And Faith will agree, as she was heavily involved in that negotiation, I'm sure, and the calls with us. So I want to say that great job all around.
Yeah, ditto. Great job. They've been great. So it's good to keep them on, and it's great to have them increase the rate, and you were able to negotiate that. That's awesome. All right. Thanks for the break from talking. All in favor? Approve an agreement. Resolved that the Board of Education approves an agreement with Edgar Panetta for photography services for the district athletic events for the 2024-2025 school year, not to exceed $3,000. Do I have a motion? Allison, second. Laura, any discussion on this?
Is this new? Is this a new, no, same, okay, same person? That's Ryan's, okay.
He's also been known as Reyes.
Reyes, okay.
Yeah, that's why,
That's
yeah.
why, okay.
Yeah, good eye. All in favor? Approve an agreement. Resolved that the Board of Education approves an agreement with Eastchester Volunteer Ambulance Corp. to provide ambulance coverage during the fall 2024 athletic season at a rate of $400 per game, not to exceed 3,000. Is that 3,600? There's an extra zero there, right? 3,600, I assume. It's not 36,000. Yeah. 3,600. Do I have a motion? Scott, second. Allison, all in favor? All right, great. Approve a rate. Resolved that the Board of Education approves an agreement with Eastchester Police Department to provide security detail for the district's 2024-2025 at a rate of $95 per hour. Do I have a motion? Scott, second. Laura, any discussion on this?
So is this for football and and volleyball, girls
Yeah.
sports or soccer? So what does this entail?
Yes, so it's whenever we need them to be on for security. A lot of times it's homecoming or certain events. We use them even when we have the vote. We have security on. We have a police officer, so it just authorizes.
So if
the
you feel
rate.
there's a mass turnout, big crowds, that's when you make, who makes that decision whether or not we're going to call? So just, in other words, who makes the decision whether or not we're going to have police at this event or we're
The
not?
administrators do it, and they bring it
Administrators,
to me
okay.
and Faith. There are some that we always do, like, because we're used to doing them, and we know we need them there.
And then how do we decide if it's Eastchester or Tuckahoe? Because I know
We
the
we
next
go
one.
with Eastchester first. We have to go with Eastchester first.
Got
If
it.
Eastchester can't do it,
Then we go to Tuckahoe.
they're in that
Got it.
vicinity, then we go to
Perfect.
Tuckahoe.
Good. Okay. Did we vote on that? I don't think I did. Did I vote on that? No. Okay. All in favor? Great. Okay. Next, resolved that the Board of Education approves an agreement with Tuckahoe Police Department to provide security detail for the district 2024-2025 at a rate of $116 per hour. Do I have a motion? Scott, second. Allison, any discussion on this? They have a higher rate, huh? Interesting. All in favor? Maybe that's right. This is the SRO discount, yeah. Okay, next up, approve a transportation arrangement. Resolved that the Board of Education hereby authorizes the shared transportation arrangement between the Tuckahoe Union Free School District and the Ardsley Union Free School District for the provision of transportation to students attending an out-of-district placement for the 2024-2025 school year and authorizes payment thereunder. Do I have a motion? Allison, second. Laura, any discussion on this?
I'm just curious about
Yep.
this one. So is this, so they, in other words, Ardsley, because I think in the past, Faith, did we used to do it with Eastchester, or am I?
We do a consortium with BEPT, but the BEPT consortium does not have a bus going to the school. Ardsley does, and our student can fit into the run, so it will save us significant money to do it
That's great that we
partner
do
with
that, 'cause
Ardsley.
It does save a lot of money for
A
those
lot.
other students too, that can all share the bus.
Mhm.
Yeah,
Yeah.
so that's good. Thank you.
All in favor? All right, and the last item on the business agenda is approve an agreement. Resolved that the Board of Education hereby authorizes the superintendent of schools and business managers to execute the 2024 intermunicipal agreement for street resurfacing and repairs of asphalt concrete. Do I have a motion? Laura, second. Allison, any discussion on this? All in favor? Okay, that allows us to move on to personnel. There's obviously a lot of personnel that gets appointed in a reorg meeting. So we're going to group these together, but we are going to separate them into sections. So again, all on board docs if you want to look at it. All the board members have already done so. So first, how I'm going to handle this is I'm going to say, resolve the Board of Education approves personnel action items A through P. A through P. Do I have a motion? I need a motion. Laura? Second? I need a second motion. Allison? Okay. So this is A through P. Any discussion on this? It's personnel. We usually don't discuss personnel. All in favor? Okay. Now I'm going to address item Q, appoint a temporary senior office assistant. Resolved, that the Board of Education, on the recommendation of the superintendent of schools, appoints Katie Fuska as a temporary senior office assistant in the special education department, effective July 1, 2024, on step 3 of the CSEA salary schedule. Do I have a motion? Laura, second. Scott, all in favor? All opposed? Okay. Next, we're going to do items R through T. Okay, so this is for items R through T. So let me do the resolution. Resolve the Board of Education, hold on a second. Let me go back to how we word that so I do this right. Resolve the Board of Education approves personnel recommendation action items R through T. Okay, do I have a motion? Laura, second. Scott. Any discussion on this? Of course not. All in favor? Okay, so you are going to have to do one by one. unfortunately. So resolved that the Board of Education appoint the following coaches for the 2024-2025 sports season. All right, so let me just do this one by one. So Stephanie Martino for girls varsity soccer coach. Do I have a motion? Laura, second. Allison, all in favor? Robert Lepore, girls varsity assistant soccer coach. Do I have a motion? Allison, second. Laura, all in favor? James Sweeney, boys varsity soccer coach. All in favor? Oh, I'm sorry, motion. Laura, second. Allison, all in favor? All opposed? Okay. Next up, Jason Simone, boys varsity soccer assistant coach. Do I have a motion? Laura, second. Allison, all in favor? Vincent Pizzuti, boys modified soccer coach. Do I have a motion? Allison, second. Laura, all in favor? Marissa Frusciante. Oh, Frusciante. Okay, sorry. Sorry, Marissa. Do I have a motion? Laura, second. Allison, all in favor? Eric Gentry, girls modified volleyball coach. Do I have a motion? Scott, second. Laura, all in favor? Beth Peroni, girls varsity volleyball coach. Do I have a motion? Allison, second. Laura, all in favor? Megan Ryan, JV girls volleyball head coach. Do I have a motion? Laura, second. Allison, all in favor? Peter Annunziata, girls varsity tennis coach. Do I have a motion? Laura, second. Allison, all in favor? A few more. Patrick O'Connell, boys modified football coach. Do I have a motion? Scott, second. Allison, all in favor? Steve DeMeglio, boys modified assistant football coach. Do I have a motion? Scott, second. Allison, all in favor? Nicholas Bellantoni, JV boys soccer head coach. Do I have a motion? Allison, second. Laura, all in favor? Jason Pappas, fall fitness co-coach. Do I have a motion? Scott, second. Allison, all in favor? Laureen Calasaco, fall fitness co-coach. Do I have a motion? Allison, second. Scott, all in favor? And Joseph Piscarita? Did I say that right? Girls modified soccer coach. Do I have a motion? Scott, second. Allison, all in favor? Okay.
Just curious, I don't see that.
Did I miss somebody?
Did we
Yeah.
already do, did we do the head of football? Was that last? Did I miss that? That was probably the last. I didn't see that.
Good call. Is football on here?
We have football.
Last
We already
time?
did the head? Oh, we did. The last-
It was on the June one.
Oh,
Okay.
I wasn't here for that. Okay, thank you.
All right. So then we just have, well, I'll just say,
Appointing,
okay. All right, I'll just do the two, there's only two remaining, I'll just do them individually. Appoint summer workers, resolved that the Board of Education appoints the following individuals from July 8th, 2024 through August 31st, 2024 at a rate of $16 per hour. Thaddeus Carrillo and Louis Pfaff. Do you have a motion? Scott, second. Allison, all in favor? And then lastly, accept the resignation. Resolved that the Board of Education accepts the resignation of Nicole Fish as teacher assistant at the William E. Cottle Elementary School effective June 30, 2024. Do I have a motion? Scott, second. Laura, all in favor? Okay. Next up is second recognition of the audience, but nobody's showed up, so we don't do that, so we can adjourn. Do I have a motion to adjourn? Scott, second. Allison, all in favor? Okay. Thank you, guys. Appreciate it. And the school year's underway.